What's going on, guys? What's going on? It's your boy King Jaffe Joe 413 back with another one. How you?
I see
You guys doing? Chilling? You already know me, chilling like always. As you can see, I got my man Boss's bike here. You know what I'm saying? But today, we're talking about something we put on Boss's bike, all right? So, you know what I got tired of? I got tired of this man calling me, like, yo, my battery dying. Not even just him. Other people hit me up, yo, my battery dying. Why is my battery dying? So, I'm telling them, it's the lights. So, it's the lights, it's the system, different things. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, my man's, I put all his lights on the toggle switch. So I knew the lights weren't drawing no power, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I did with that. So now what we done got was the anti-gravity battery tracker plus, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty freaking dope. I seen it for a couple years. I've been looking at it like, is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? I've been checking it out, but it's actually worth it. So got the app right here, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw it up on the screen. I got the app right here, boom, throw it up on the screen real quick. So with this app, you got all the little information. So as you can see right now, his battery's at 93%. So before I start, well, I did a test before I started the video. That's why I'm doing the video, because after I did the test, the results, it was at 100%, it's at 93% now. You know what I'm saying? How to get like that? Why is it doing that, right? So first of all, you can look at the app and you can see we got the percentage is at 93, you know what I'm saying? We got the, hold on, let me see something. Oh yeah, so we got the battery percentage at 93 right now. Voltage is it says okay, should be saying charging. Charger is on there. It should say charging when it's charging. All right, let's put it back on there like that. Should say charging when it was charging. When I put it on there, oh, there we go. See, it says charging right there, just popped up right there, charging. So boom, we got it charging. So you can have it charging. It's gonna tell you when it's charging, the voltage right there. The temperature, so the ambient temperature is the ambient temperature of the actual module that's on here. So basically you have to, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure it's underneath this belt, right on the front of here, front of the battery. So it's basically touching against the battery, because it's the ambient temperature of the battery, not necessarily, of the tracker, and not necessarily of the battery. So if I put it on the battery, temperature from the battery is going in the tracker, boom, wham, bam, thank you, man. All right, so as you can see, we got it charging. You see it's going, the voltage is 14 volts, you know what I'm saying? Charging, so that's good. So now we know it's charging, but that's not the thing. That's not the problem. The problem is, why is it draining? You know what I'm saying? Why is it not at 100% when it's not? So, all right, let's unhook the charger. We're gonna unhook the charger. Now let me explain a couple things to you guys, right? We unhook the charger, right? We're gonna start this bike. This is a live voltage. Its voltage is live. So the voltage you want your bike to be, it should be charging around 14. You know what I'm saying? That's where it should be charging at. So we're gonna start it up. It drops down a little low, but then it comes up. But you gotta remember, he has a system on here already. So already, as soon as the bike starts up, it's taking away power, you know what I'm saying, from the bike. So that's why it has to take a second to build back up. But at the idle temperature, at the idle voltage, it looks good, right? With the system only, right? So now we turn the bike off, right? So the system's still on. The bike's off, the system's on, so that's still drawing power. So you see the voltage is still going down. The bike's not on, the system's still on, so it's still drawing voltage, you know what I'm saying? So that's killing the battery. Every time you turn the bike off and it stays on, it's draining the battery, you know what I'm saying? So that's just one thing. You know what I'm saying? Look at it. We're just gonna keep watching it. We're gonna watch it until it turns off. How far down is it gonna go before it turns off? Oh, look at 92%. You know what I'm saying? Drop down to 92%. So every time you turn your bike back on, your bike is trying to work to get all this little bit that it lost from just turning your system off. You know what I'm saying? It's not on a toggle switch or nothing like that. So, you know what I'm saying? I didn't put this system in. This ain't on me. You know what I'm saying? This ain't on me. You know what I'm saying? All right, so now the voltage stopped. The power got stopped taken away. So now the battery has time to recoup. You know what I'm saying? Battery, you could start a car or something and it doesn't start, and then you wait a little bit and then it starts. It's because the battery recoups. You know what I'm saying? It can recoup by itself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna come back a little bit more. But we're down to 92. You know what I'm saying? We're at 93. So we already lost some, and it's not gonna bring it up because we're not driving. The bike's off. So the bike was off when it went down to 92, but now it's not gonna go back up because it's not charging, all right? So now, start it back up. Boom, start it back up. All right, so now, obviously the system comes back on, right? System's on. But you know my man got 3 sets of lights on his bike. So he turned the lights on. That's gonna take more power. Y'all see the little graph on the bottom? It went down some, you know what I'm saying? But everyone knows boss, you know what I'm saying? So when he hop off the bike, he got a parking lot pimp, you know what I'm saying? He gotta leave the lights on for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? He gotta leave the lights on for a little bit, pimping around, come over here and talk to the people. Yo, what's good, you know what I'm saying? That's what everyone gotta do. If you got lights, you want a parking lot pimp for a little bit. You come talk to people. Yo, what's good, son? Mind you, the system's still on, you know what I'm saying? System's still on, so right now, the lights and the system draining it, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? You over here hollering at people, chilling, you know what I'm saying? The voltage steady dropping, you know what I'm saying? Steady dropping. You know what I'm saying? System on still, lights on. We down to 90 now. We down to 90. We down to 90. We down to 90. You know what I'm saying? We down to 90. You know what I'm saying? We down to 90 now. All right, the system just turned off, but you know what I'm saying? You be outside, you still parking lot pimping. You know what I'm saying? You parking lot pimping still. You know what I feel me? Y'all feel me? So your voltage is still dying while you parking lot pimping. You feel me? You can't be parking lot pimping that much. You know what I'm saying? So eventually, you come and you turn your lights off. You know what I'm saying? You turn your lights off. Now what happens? You're gonna build back up. You're gonna build back up, but you still not gonna get back to that 93. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get to that 93 by just sitting here. You know what I'm saying? You could be driving. You might be driving and you can get to that 93. You can get back to that 93 because your bike does charge it. You could get back to that 93 with just driving, but just sitting here. Look at the graph from where we started. Y'all look at the graph on the bottom where we started. Look at the drops. You know what I'm saying? No bueno, no bueno. Lights, systems, bike's not made for all that. You know what I'm saying? It's not made for all that. Some people putting second. Look at, we're down at 88. Some people putting second batteries in their bikes. You know what I'm saying? You can't. There's nowhere in here to put it. So people put extra saddlebags and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to put a capacitor on here, but I couldn't find nowhere really to put it because it's too big everywhere I was looking. So I'm trying to figure out, find a smaller one, but battery's not gaining back up. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty dope. You can see a bunch of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? It has tracker. You got a tracker on here. We got a tracker on here so you can track where your joint is at. You know what I'm saying? History. So you got history of where your joint was at and voltage and stuff like that. You got multiple if you got multiple devices. Yeah. So we're gonna throw this back on the charger. Let's throw this back on the charger. So we gotta get this back to 100. But just to let you know, this little thing, this little anti-gravity thing, this thing right here, I think I might get myself one. Because this is pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? It definitely does what it's supposed to do, and it's some extra features. So we might grab one of these and throw one of these on the bike, on my bike. But right now, boss got one. His battery's low, but he definitely getting a new battery. And you know what another thing is? Put your bike on a tender. You know what I'm saying? If you're not driving your bike daily, you should tender your bike. You know what I'm saying? If you're not gonna be in your bike for 2 or 3 days, you should be putting your bike on a battery maintainer. Not even a tender, not a trickle charger. You don't want a trickle charger. You want a battery maintainer. That's what you want. Trickle chargers and battery maintainers are 2 different things. You know what I'm saying? So what you want to do is maintain your battery. So you want to get a battery maintainer and maintain that battery when you're not riding your bike. And make sure you get the plug so you can just plug it in, boom. You don't got to take the hood off, you know what I'm saying, or nothing. You can just plug it in, boom, good to go. And someone like me, I got a plug that's a USB. So when I'm not plugging it in to charge, I can plug in the USB plug in there. If I'm out somewhere, I could, you know what I'm saying, plug up a phone or plug up something to charge. I use it actually sometimes for cameras and stuff when I need to plug in cameras. But yo, I ain't really getting sponsored by Sling Mods, but Sling Mods, that's where he got it from. So yeah, same brand as the battery, same company as the battery. I make the battery, make this. You know what I'm saying? Anti-gravity, battery, it's all in one. But yo, check you in the next one. Peace.